What's going on, guys? Thank you guys for tuning into another episode here at Grizzly Talk. We are in the Grizzly Talk studio right here in Fresno, California. And this has been a super long overdue podcast, man, right?
Yeah.
Right? Well, we got Martin in the building with Broke Boyz from Fresno, man. What's going on?
What's going on, guys? What's up? It's Martin from Broke Boyz. It's been one of those things that we've been waiting for. We've been trying to navigate through it. It's just hard. We have busy schedules.
Yeah.
You guys are extremely busy and you guys are just up there, and it's just like, wow, like we're got opposite schedules, you know?
Yeah. Because I know you work like 2 a.m., right?
Yeah, from 2 a.m. to 2 p.m. is when I work.
Is when you work. So yeah, I always like, we normally film during the week like at 7.
Yeah.
Right? That's normally our schedule.
Yeah.
And then Saturdays.
You guys are night owls. You guys are going out partying and doing all these things. So I get it. You guys have the opportunity to do it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we just kind of, I don't even know how we ended up getting into that space. It was just like, we had started the podcast, and I just remember David, he knows Ben. I don't know if you know Ben. I don't know his last name, to be honest, but he does like a lot of events and stuff. Like he works behind the scenes on events and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. You got meta classes on right now, bro?
Yeah.
Damn, that's dope.
I got a couple clips. I'm starting to introduce the meta. That's when you saw the clip that I did with Culture.
Oh, it was with the meta. Oh, that's sick. Yeah. You're all doing the... Yeah. But yeah, David knew Ben. I guess Ben is actually really good friends with David's brother.
Okay.
And so I think David reached out to him to invite him on the pod.
Right.
And he was like, hey, what are you guys doing such and such day? He's like, you guys should come out and do some media. And it was actually for Hot Girl Halloween.
Nice.
Yeah. So then I feel like that's kind of how we started getting into the event space and all that sort of stuff. And
that's
I mean, it's kind of what kind of led to everything we kind of kept doing after that.
No, it's a beautiful thing seeing you guys out there and doing your guys' thing, and Fire Films, Luis, to do all his media work. Like, it's great. Huge congratulations to you guys out there at Taco Throwdown. I saw the content that you guys are doing.
Man, thank you. Yeah. No, dude, Luis killed it, bro. I mean, that guy definitely has a gift in all that videography stuff for sure. Yeah, but bro, everybody that's going to be seeing you on our platform, I mean, we're all in the same circle, right? But you want to like introduce yourself, tell us what you do?
Oh, so I have the other podcast out here in Fresno called Broke Boyz from Fresno. I started it about 3 years ago now, I want to say. I love it. Now it's completely different. I changed the vibe. So before I was just doing strictly audio when I first started. I tried to do video, but I was so fresh into it where I was like, I don't understand what the fuck I'm doing. I don't know, because you have to edit everything on your own and you have to figure all that out. And I wasn't getting no help, so I was like trying to figure it out on my own. So I stuck with just audio in the beginning. Then, season 2 came along and I was like, okay, I really need to push video. I really need to push video content. Now I feel like my voice has been out there for a while. I do need to get the visuals going. So then I started doing clips and I started getting all that, but I wasn't able to get the full format video out there. And when we first met, I had told you that I was with one host provider for my platform before I jumped into Spotify.
Yeah.
So when I jumped into Spotify, my goal was like, okay, if I'm going to leave one platform to jump to another and fully dedicate into that one, I'm hoping that I'm able to contribute with everything, like on my listeners, everything. The thing is you leave and not everyone's gonna follow you completely. So you're almost like starting from scratch all over again. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take it because it's an opportunity that gets presented. So I left from one place to another, and now Spotify is in charge of distributing all my episodes. So when I say like Broke Boyz is literally on all platforms, it is on all platforms. Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, what's the other one? DG Pocket, Podcastle, something. There's all kinds of different formats. My goal was to make sure that when people were able to listen to Broke Boyz, they didn't have to pay a subscription for Spotify or anything like that. You can get it free on YouTube, but I wanted to make sure that you can get it anywhere.
Yeah.
So I made sure of like, okay, well, literally everything's free. So you don't have to pay a subscription for Spotify. It is cool. It is good. But at the same time, you can listen to Broke Boyz anywhere. There was no excuse.
Yeah.
So that's the beauty of it. Let's see. When I got introduced to trying to figure out the video thing, I didn't know much about cameras. I only had a GoPro. Okay. But the GoPro would overheat after like 25 minutes of it recording.
Yeah. We ran into that issue too. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just like, fuck, like, I don't know what to do. I started doing research, and then I saw the DJI, the Pocket 3. And a lot of people sleep on the camera. They're like, oh, it's a tiny little camera.
Yeah.
But hey, don't get it twisted. That camera pushes 4K, 60 frames per second. I mean, it's a beautiful camera. And that's what I've been using so far.
And those don't overheat or anything, or they don't have a record limit or anything like that?
Nope.
Wow.
So I can literally have it set up in the corner, recording this whole podcast, and it won't
stop at all. Man, and how much storage does that thing have?
So it's the same thing like this one, like how you have the SD card.
Oh, you just throw something in?
Throw the SD card in there, yeah.
Man, I know we ran into that issue as well. I mean, we had to learn quick because we've always only done video. And that's one thing we do need to do better is posting everything everywhere, like Spotify, because we're only on YouTube.
Right.
You can't find us anywhere else, like no audio or anything. So I think that's one thing we should do a little bit better. Oh, yeah. But I mean, I remember when we first started, the first episode was on an iPhone, and I ran out of storage like
quick,
right? And then Luis, he had this other camera. It was I forget the brand that it was. It was like a G7 or something like that. Okay. I can't remember. Luminex or I can't remember. But anyways, I remember like 30 minutes in, it would stop recording, and then we'd have to hit record again.
Right.
And then it would go, and then it would overheat eventually, right? So it wouldn't last. And so we just ended up we actually both have the same camera. We have the FX3.
Okay.
Or cool. 30, sorry, FX30. But yeah.
And you guys could do everything on that camera, huh? Like
everything. Yeah, it's so versatile. And I mean, for photos, for video, and podcasting, I mean, the vent on that thing, bro, that thing will not overheat.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's tight. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, you have been doing this for so long, man. Like, well, no, I shouldn't say so long, but I mean, we're like a year in, right? And I mean, it gets challenging, bro.
Oh,
like,
fuck yeah.
Right? So what have been like some of your struggles like throughout the years? Like,
there's so many. I think the biggest one was that I had to learn and overcome was like, I used to do it alone. So I would have everything set up, camera rolling, mics rolling. And as soon as we start and we're starting the conversation right to the very end of the episode, and then you realize like, oh shit, I wasn't recording that whole time.
Damn. Okay.
That's one of them. The challenges were like, like now, like the personal lives, right? I put myself a lot in Broke Boyz, and I opened myself up, and I'm very vulnerable. And I encourage that, and I bring other people to encourage that and bring that flow. That's the whole concept of Broke Boyz is to showcase that you can be vulnerable and you're in a safe space. And we can talk about the challenges like how we are now. So it was hard to navigate knowing like I'm putting myself out there and other people are hearing it and they're like, wow, like, and then they feel comfortable and they come out of nowhere and they open up to you. And it's just like, I don't know this person, but I have to hear them. I have to listen to them because the last thing you want is somebody to look at you and be like, "Oh, you're a dick," So you have to present yourself in a way of like, okay, like I'm talk about everything open arms. When I'm in public, I need to be open arms, and I struggle with anxiety. I have struggles like with social anxiety. So when I meet new people, it takes me a while for me to open up, or it takes me a while to understand them because I don't know their motives. I don't know what like anything. So like I'm very like standoffish. So that was a huge challenge of like trying to overcome that barrier
because you got to put yourself out there. Yeah,
exactly. And they're like, dude, you're like you have a podcast. Like your goal is to talk, and how are you not going to talk to people? And I was just like, well, that's why I'm challenging myself. And so that's another thing. The other thing I think another major challenge that I had, I think within this year for sure, was meeting people and not knowing their full story, not knowing their full motives, or not knowing anything. Like, we talked behind the scenes about dog days and all that. I didn't have an opportunity to meet anybody. It was very much of like, you're scheduled at this time, come here, be ready.
Yeah.
That is hard for me, because it's like, okay, what questions can I ask? What am I supposed to ask? What can I not say? Sorry. What can I not say? What can I not, talk about? Mm-hmm. You're not prepared. It's very much of like, all right, lights, camera, action, boom, you're on.
You're on. And what do you do to prepare for, do you just...
all in here, right there in the spot.
Yeah.
It's all just...
Do you look through do you do any research? Do you look through their page?
I try. Okay. I'll, right when I get to meet them or get to know a little bit, it's just like, okay, I'll look through their socials, their music. I'll try to listen to them real quick. Mm-hmm. But again, when you only have like less than 24 hours, you won't be able to discover or do more research other mm-hmm. than like what they tell you. Yeah. So it's like, okay, like here we go. And some of the things are like, they're people that they can yap, they can talk. And that's beautiful, because it's just like, please talk because I can't, and the other thing is as well is like, there's people that don't know how to keep a conversation. Mm-hmm. And like the conversation sometimes feels forced, and the conversation sometimes, doesn't go according to plan, In my head, that's like, I want to get the background. I want to get the beginning. I want to hear your struggles. I want to hear all these things. Be vulnerable. Mm-hmm. Work your way up into your career, what you're doing, all this stuff. Like, that's how I have it planned out. But sometimes it doesn't go according to plan in some interviews. Yeah, some people just don't want to, or I don't know. Honestly, I really don't. Oh my God. You scared the shit out of me. I was like, okay, let me wrap this up as quick as I can. And the whole time I thought you saw her. No. So I was like, okay,
bro, I thought I was seeing a fucking ghost right now. Oh my God. Thank you. You want one, brother?
Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you.
Oh no, I didn't even hear you come in or anything, dude. Man. Bro, I was.
She was standing there for a minute. I thought you saw her. That's what I was like.
No, okay. I didn't hear anything. I was like,
in my head, I was just like, I gotta wrap up my stories. Man,
but man, dude, that scared me. No, I was like locked in too. So, and with the headphones on and everything. But I'm like, man, bro, you got like a radio voice, bro. Like,
well, thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, for sure. But back to that, like, I know exactly what you're talking about, because like sometimes, like, we've had those guests where you ask like kind of like an in-depth question, mm-hmm. and then it's just like a one sentence answer.
I hate that.
Right?
I hate that. I hate when they don't give you like more context. One thing that like a common used question that I use is like, what is it that you want to, showcase? What is it that you do and all that? And some people are like, I just do music. Anything else? Like, what got you into music? It's just like, not, they don't. It's hard defining people that have like the whole thing, because I think a lot of people get excited when they hear the podcast and they're like, oh, like I want to be on there, and it's like, okay, come on, like get on there. Mm-hmm. But when they're there, then they get like nervous, they get shy, and it's just like, hey, it's okay, like take your time. Yeah. Like I've had a lot of people that be like, oh, like I'm not ready. And it's like, don't worry, take your time until you're comfortable. That's when the camera's gonna start recording. Yeah. Don't worry about anything else. If you slip up and say something, hey, can you cut that out? No worries. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. I've always made sure to tell people that, like, you fuck up, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I keep all my fuck ups. I stutter like a motherfucker. That's for sure. Like I'm sorry. Am I allowed to cuss? Yeah. You're good. I didn't know. But I stutter a lot. I've had multiple head injuries. So So sometimes me trabo, like a broken record. You see, somebody just has to smack me in the back, or then I'll start working again. But I tell people, like, and I encourage it. Don't worry, be you. There's nothing wrong with, like, if you fuck up. There's nothing wrong if you misspoke. Like, sometimes I get overly excited when I'm talking about a story and I speak too fast. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's all natural. Yeah, that's authentic. That's the whole point. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. Because, like, I know at least for me, when I first started before I started all of this, right, I used to like post maybe once a year. That was it. And I was like super to me. Like I don't really like putting myself out there or anything. And I remember David, like he kept pushing and kept pushing. He's like, let's do it. And I'm like, all right, like he would come over and I'm like, let's do some practice pods. I'm like, so we could get ready. And he's like, all right, I'm gonna start scheduling guests. And I'm like, hold on, I'm like, chill. And I'm like, let's do another one. Let's do another one. I even did one with my girl. I mean, it never dropped or anything. Or all those first podcasts, they never dropped, but it was just like to practice, right? And I remember I would stutter, I would be nervous and everything. And like I struggle with anxiety and all that sort of stuff as well. So like a lot of the time there's so much going on in my head where I could be talking about something and then have a whole different like scenario happening in my head.
Absolutely.
As well. And so I'm like,
I agree.
you know, and all that stuff kind of just like holds you back. But it's funny because I feel like going back to like, you know, sometimes you get one worded answers and then there's also people that think they just have to keep talking.
Yeah.
Right. As well. And then you're like, all right, you got to kind of, as a host, you got to kind of manage that.
And that's a hard thing too, because you don't want to cut them off, but you're trying to find a spot to be like, all right, they're going to stop talking about this. Hey, what about this? And then you're just trying to do it like timing it right to cut them off in the most respectful way possible. Yeah. Because I've had that too, where it's kind of hard where you can find, all right, how am I supposed to stop this dude from talking about X, Y, and Z? You know? Yeah. And I get you. And we relate a lot. And it's like, wow, like that's crazy. And I'm pretty sure you've had your fair share of stories too of being a host and having to do X, Y, and Z and dealing with all these things, you know? Yeah. I remember before like the camera would start rolling and it would just go silent. Mm-hmm. And like you almost hear like this, like, you know? And then you're there and you're like, am I looking? Where do I look? What do I do? Or, you know, and now it's like, I can't even feel the camera on anymore. Like, I don't really get too nervous or anything like that anymore. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Like, what made you start the podcast? Oh, I get that question so much. And I've said it multiple times and I'm going to say it again. It started off as an idea that we didn't know if it was going to, you know, be possible. It was a group of friends that they would all kick it at my house. At the time too, like it was during COVID. Everybody came over to my house. That was the spot to kick it. And this was before I was a truck driver. This was before I was doing it like anything else. Like I was literally just working in the fields, long ass hours, without incriminating myself, but doing stuff that I wasn't supposed to. Selling stuff that I wasn't supposed to, but I was still doing it because again, like allegedly again, it's the process that you go through. And again, we're from Fresno. I grew up in Fresno, and in a low income family. Like we didn't have money, and again, my friend groups, like we all related in the same thing. We all were inspired of like, we all felt like we were meant to do more. What was it? No idea. But they would come to the house, they'd get high and drink, and it was my pad was the spot to kick it at. Yeah. And we would have deep conversations just like how we are having right now. And they would be like, man, if only we just had a microphone and a camera recording this whole conversation, we would blow up and be like, yeah, right. Like, you know, and then we were like thinking about it. We're like, yeah, maybe. And we're, you know, the maybe became more of like, well, let's just try it. Let's just see. Fuck it. You know, we would plan it. Nobody would be down. Nobody would be, you know, willing to, you know, pull the trigger to get the equipment. Again, the equipment isn't cheap. Yeah, it's expensive. And so, you know, I remember there was one day that I was working overnights at my second job. And I was like, you know what? I was talking to my buddy and I was like, I'm just going to pull the trigger. I'm just going to buy it. Just going to buy this thing that I found on Amazon. It was like only $100 and something, like cheap ass little fucking thing with 2 microphones, shitty fucking microphones. But I was like, you got to start somewhere. Exactly. And sure enough, I mean, the very first episode that's on Broke Boyz, and you know, I'm not proud of it, but I'm just like, no, that's history right there. I'm gonna leave it. I'm not gonna delete any of my episodes. I'm Simply gonna leave it right there because that's history. Shitty ass microphone, shitty ass audio. And we were rambling for like 3 hours. You know how hard it was to edit 3 hours of like, and I used to be so particular. I used to cut out everything that if I stuttered, if I said, you know, because when people talk, people tend to say, this happened, that happened, you know? So I would cut everything. I was super like hyper fixated on cutting so much. And then now I do edits and I'm like, I'm gonna leave that in.
Just leaving it. It's natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like that became like super easy. And then, you know, the homeboy that I started off with, like he was my best friend at the time and I got much love and respect for him. But, you know, it came to the point where we came into crossroads and betrayals happened and, you know, accountability was never taken. We left from what I thought on good terms. You know, we got on a phone call. My girlfriend was there listening and she was just like, you know, in tears because she was like, damn, you guys almost like breaking up. And I was just like, well, no, like we just came into the crossroads, you know, and things are deeper than what they should have been. But hey, I'm going to respect the decision that you're taking. You are a grown man. If you're not going to take accountability for X, Y, and Z, hey, I got love for you. Hopefully you figure out your journey. I ain't got no bad blood on my end. You know, and he was just like, you know, same thing. Like, you're always going to be my brother. You respected me. You took care of me. You took me in when no one else did. I got love for you, man. And I appreciate everything you do. Get off the phone. Hops on the phone with someone else. Says, Martin kicked me out of the podcast. Oh, you know, and that stirred a whole other, you know, baggage, I would say. Like, burden. Like, it was just like, fuck, like, how do I have to navigate now that he left? Now how do I navigate this by myself? Not only that, now I have to navigate how is he talking shit about me when I took care of him? Oh man, dude, that was like a whole other, like the biggest challenge of my life, having to juggle all of that and still like present myself as like, hey, I'm still here for you guys. Yeah. That was so hard.
Because how did it go growing your fan base like during that time? Because you have quite a few listeners, right?
Yeah. So at the time, I think I was like, when that happened, I think I was at just 1,000. Like just 1,000 listeners. Because again, I wasn't doing videos. Just at 1,000. And
that's a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot. In my first year, Broke Boyz hit 16 different countries. And, you know, it was played in different parts of the world. That was incredible for me. And again, it was just 1,000 listeners. So I didn't know like how to navigate all this. I didn't know like what to do. And I was like, well, you know, I got to continue with the content. I got to continue with what I'm doing. And whether it's episodes alone, whether it's episodes with my family or, you know, friends, come on, like, let's do it. And I think that's what sparked it more of like people's attention, because even though it wasn't, I always saw myself as like, I'm being played in this, you know, London cafe, you know, some random just like, oh, just click this and hit play, you know? That's just how I see it. Or sometimes maybe somebody's, you know, listening to me at the gym while they're working out. I mean, you don't know where exactly they might be listening. You just know the area, right? So even like different parts in the US, like I can't even imagine like what the fuck people in New Mexico listening to me for? Like, okay, like as long as like it was working, like I just kept devoting my time and energy to it.
And what would you cover like in your pods? Like
just self-love, just like, hey, whatever you're going through, you're not alone. I would talk about my own personal life. I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that. I would have homeboys that would come on and they would be like, bro, like, I love what you're doing. Like, this is different. And again, I was getting more love outside the city. I was getting more love in different areas, different states, different countries. And it wasn't up until this year when we were at Dog Days, that's when we did the whole coverage of Fresno artists and all that. That's when we started getting more love of the city.
Yeah.
And I was just like, whoa, like love, respect. I mean, we've had promoters, huge businessmen like hit us up and be like, hey, come over here, come film here, come do this. It's great. It's a great feeling. And then you go out in public and people are like, yo, it's the Broke Boyz. And it's just like, well, what the fuck? Like, it's a great feeling. Like not knowing that other people are watching and being a part of it. It's just like, wow, like this is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah. It really is. It's a whole different experience. Like when you get to like see, it's like one thing going to certain places or events, and then once you start getting certain access, it's like a whole different experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. I mean, the biggest one that I will always cherish for the rest of my life was we literally got invited on stage by Ralph Edwards.
Bro, that was sick, bro.
And it was crazy. And there was a clip that he's just like, hey, first, before I begin, I want to have the Broke Boyz podcast to come up here. And that feeling, bro, was just like, yo, what the fuck? And then the crowd was going crazy. I was like, I would have never thought that everybody in this crowd would know who I was. But damn, like that energy and that vibe, like, wow, like you'll never get that ever again. You know?
Yeah. It's a different feeling. I think it's like once you start involving yourself in the community as well and getting out there, going to these events, people start seeing you more and everything. And they're now seeing you online. It's like, okay, that's when like the city will show you a lot of love.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was a big thing. And again, like when I bought the equipment to make the whole setup portable, I've always talked about it even early on in like the first season that I want to figure out how I could take like a portable generator and go to the beach and take it somewhere, Mm-hmm. I always said that. And one day I'm talking to my boy Ivan and my boy Rockstar Turtle. Rockstar Turtle is the guy who made my theme song. Mm-hmm. And he was just like, well, if you buy it, we can go to the lake. I was like, fuck it.
I think I saw that episode.
And that was the first, that was like the Kickstarter of season 3. I was at the lake doing that. And again, like you see the footage on that compared to now, it's just like, whoa, like things are changing. Like everything's leveling up. And again, like, you can't be by yourself navigating the ship. You need a whole team. You need a whole crew. So I'm grateful for everybody that's been involved and everybody that's still currently involved in Broke Boyz and helping, continue building the vision and building everything that we want to do and showcase. And I want to showcase Fresno. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like it's a rough part of town sometimes and it might be ghetto to some areas, but it's also home. So
it's very home, yeah.
So I want to showcase home. I don't care if it's graffitied up. I don't care if it's all fucked up. I don't care if, my studio is literally in, gang territory where you have people coming up, whistling, checking up. Like it is a hard part of town, but I love the studio. Yeah. It's home. Yeah. So it showcases that. It showcases Fresno.
I know you said you guys went through a breakup, right, with your team, and doing everything solo. Like you want to talk about everything that goes into doing something like this?
It was hard, man. Like, there was no help to begin with. Like everything I already had to do the editing on my own. I already had to do like figuring out clips and doing stuff on my own already. So that part wasn't like
there wasn't much change there.
There wasn't much change there. Mm-hmm. It was more of like having to deal with a lot of negativity, a lot of like backlash from it. Because again, I never wanted to talk about it. I never talked about it.
You never talked about it?
Never.
Will you ever?
Now. Like talking about it here, and then I talked about it in Fireball with Inside the Pod with Lou, and I opened up a little bit. I'm not going into details with everything, but just enough to like show people like, hey, Broke Boyz is successful, but Broke Boyz also I was dealing with so much shit in the background that no one's ever gonna know until now.
Yeah. Well, I think when you're doing something that takes like so much work and dedication, and you're steering the boat or whatever analogy you want to use, right? Mm-hmm. It's like there's going to be clashes, right? Oh, yeah. Or there's going to be like I remember when we started everything with David and Luis, like I told them like I'm like, hey, like we're going to do this, and like we're all friends, like we've been friends, like those are my brothers, right? Yeah. I'm like, we're going to have disagreements and we're going to have fights, bro, but like I'm like, when it comes down to business, like there's business and then there's our friendship, right? Yeah. We can't let any of the business stuff affect our friendship.
Exactly.
And that's one thing that we've really navigated. I think it's because we had that conversation in the beginning, right? Yeah. Like, let's not let this affect us. So it's like, man, sometimes like we've had conversations or things and I'm like, bro, I love you, but like Like, bro, like, come on, you know? Like,
Yeah, and that's real as fuck. You have to have those conversations. Like now with the team that I got now, like I have a sit down and I talk to them, and even if I have any concerns or if they have any concerns, I tell them like, tell me like, hey, bro, like Martin, slow the fuck down, like because again, like my mind is on creative mode the entire day. The moment that I wake up, I'm already thinking about what can I do content wise. Like if I was able to take these meta glasses to work, trust me, you would see that all day. Like that would be my content. But again, I can't. But just seeing like the opportunities, like I whooped them out right now, doing that interview, doing this, like this, I'm gonna get an amazing clip and I'm gonna make amazing content for it.
Yeah.
To showcase like, hey, I'm doing an interview, showcase Mike, showcase Grizzly Talks. And again, like that's the whole point. So when my mind is stuck on 10 with creative, like the creative mind that I have, like, trust me, like I tell everybody, like, just tell me, like, stop, tell me, like, hey, chill.
Yeah.
Like, and again, a lot of people, and I don't know if it's just because like I'm intimidated sometimes because I'm not, and I don't mean to be a hard ass. I don't mean to be, you know, I tell everybody in my team, in my circle, like, you guys, I trust you guys enough to pump the brakes on me. Like, even if you have to check me in front of people, I don't mind. I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you. Like, it's just a reality check that you have to get. You have to trust your circle, because if you can't trust your circle, then what are you doing?
Yeah, because we're all working towards the same goal, right?
Exactly.
What really is your goal with all this podcast, man?
Ooh, I love that you brought that question up. My goal was always to showcase the community in a positive way and showcase everybody in a positive way. Whether you have a story or whether you want to talk about anything. One thing that I do steer away from is like gang politics, because I don't talk about that. I don't necessarily, that's not my niche, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm about. And again, like I don't want to showcase that negativity or that negative side of Fresno, because you see that every day. We all know, we grew up here.
Yeah.
So I definitely just want to showcase the positives. Like I want to showcase everybody, like all the communities and people that are performing. I want to showcase them. There's people, great talent here in Fresno that doesn't get the spotlight, doesn't get the amount of recognition that they deserve. And last but not least, it's for me. I created the platform also for me. It's a digital footprint that I'm leaving behind. It's something that, you know, I'm gonna make sure that it's a legacy. Whether I think I made Broke Boyz for sure to leave something behind. Whether I get to a point where I'm like, hey, I don't want to do this no more, and I can sell it and give it to somebody else. Broke Boyz is not just me. Broke Boyz is for the community. Yeah. I can literally just be like, hey, love you guys. I created this, and I can pass it on to the next. Am I gonna do that? Not right now. There's a lot of stuff that I want to do with the platform and elevate. Will it ever get to that point? Who knows? Maybe it's I hand it down to a family member. Maybe it's handed it down to somebody who is a great community leader that deserves to be showcasing Fresno. But I definitely made sure, like, this is a legacy that I'm leaving behind. Like, you know, if one day I'm not in this earth anymore, you know, tomorrow isn't guaranteed for anybody. 100%. I mean, I don't mean to make it, you know, dark or anything like that, but, you know, if I could leave and this could be the last interview that I do, I'm grateful that I left a whole legacy behind. Yeah. People can still rewatch that. People can still see this.
It's going to stay there.
It's going to stay there.
It's going to stay there. Have you ever wanted to quit though? Or have you ever wanted to stop?
Yes, absolutely. Season 1, when, you know, everything happened with my old friend, like, I really wanted to give up. I was just like, well, I'm by myself. But again, like I have a strong mindset. I've always had that. It's like, hey, like I'm very driven. I have a discipline. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it to the fullest. So I'm either going to continue doing this or I'm going to let it die. But if I'm going to continue doing it, I just have to know that I'm going to bear the burden for it for a while, where people are going to be like, hey, what happened to the X, Y, and Z? Hey, what happened to this? What happened to that? Yeah. That was so hard to navigate, but I would try to brush it off, continue, keep going. There's been times too where I felt like I wasn't doing good. I had the viewership, I had the listeners, but I just felt like maybe this isn't for me. I think when I got to like 3,000 listeners, that's when I was just like, holy shit, like people are actually listening.
That's huge. That's huge.
Like, people
man.
are actually like here for me and listening, and it's just like, is this worth it? Like, am I doing something, or am I just not doing anything at all in my life? You know, I would have a lot of self-doubt. Mm-hmm. I know what I'm doing is good, but again, that it's just in your mind, you know? Mm-hmm. So I've had my fair share of moments where I was just like, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I should stop, you know? Because I'm getting a lot of love from outside the city, but not in the city. So it's like, am I doing a good thing? What am I not doing right? Mm-hmm. But then I kept telling myself, hey, in due time, it's going to work on its own. Yeah. You have to keep pushing. Because, again, even I remember when I only had like maybe like 5 listeners. I could have quit then, and then it wouldn't fuck up.
It wouldn't affect anything. Yeah. Or nobody would be like, what happened to
this
guy?
Nobody would hold you accountable.
Yeah.
And now it's just like, no, I have to hold myself accountable, because now I built a platform to showcase, and I'm going to continue doing that. So I can't stop. Now it's all gas, no brakes. I can't stop. Yeah. Do I want to? No. Like now I can happily say like, no, like I still want to keep going. Mm-hmm. Now I don't really pay attention to numbers, because I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, I got to reach to 15,000. I have to reach to 20,000. It's more of like, no, I did this for fun. I'm going to still do it for fun. Mm-hmm. That's the whole point.
Yeah. Cause that's one thing. It's like, all right, yeah. Like when we started, it was like, okay, well, I just want to do a podcast, or like, I just always wanted to do one. Right. Mm-hmm. Or David, he used to live with me here. And I guess, I don't know. I guess we were, I guess it was over a drunk conversation, or I don't know what, but I told him, I was like, I want to start a podcast. So he was like, we should start one, whatever. Mm-hmm. And then that was it. Yeah. And then fast forward, like,
you guys like just started, right? You guys were like, just do it. If we're going to do it.
Yeah, just do it, right?
I remember you guys' episode. You guys talked about that.
Yeah. But that was just that conversation. And then probably like not till like a year later, I remember David just sent me like a post from Ty Lopez, and it was like, get me on your podcast. And then he was like, we should start a podcast. And I was like, let's do it. Mm-hmm. And then he just started kind of like pushing everything. And I was like, well, what do we want to do? What do we want to highlight? I'm like, I just like talking to people, right? Like I'm in sales. Like that's what I do all the time. Like I actually enjoy like sitting in front of somebody and like being able to relate in some sort of way from all different walks of life. Like whether you're like, sometimes I'm sitting across the seat. I've sat across the street from like 16, 18 to 90-year-olds. Like I've met 95-year-olds, and they're telling me like I don't know, just stories or something while I'm selling them insurance. Or I've met like war veterans that like literally this dude comes in, and he's wearing like a Vietnam hat, medals all over his hat, right? Whoa. I'm asking him, I'm like, what's your story? And he tells me how he went to Vietnam, and he told me like he literally got captured, and like he was like a prisoner, like literally had to survive off eating bugs in like a dark closet, like in the jungle somewhere, you know? So it's like, I was always saying, you know, like I want to do something where like you said, we're able to highlight people here in the city that are putting on for this city. Yeah. Right. And I think somewhere along the way, it was for fun. And then we started taking it a whole lot more serious. Yeah. Right. And once we saw that there was traction growing and growing and growing, it's like, okay, now like what direction is this going to go? Because it's not just for fun anymore. Right. You know, but I don't know. I feel like we're in a different season right now. So I think I'm just figuring it all out right now.
Yeah. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty about it, is trying to figure it out, trying to understand, taking the time to figure things out. I think I embrace a lot of failures. That's the whole point. Yeah. Like when you see things with embracing like things like, you take those lessons and you learn from them. Like I love that. I love learning. I love learning from my mistakes. I love learning from like other people's mistakes when they talk about it, because again, it's like you're growing your knowledge. So it's important to learn from all your mistakes, and to learn from other people's mistakes as well. So that way you don't follow into that realm. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. And so how'd you go about like, starting to grow your team? Because You guys had one initial breakup,
Yeah.
and then how long were you on your own until you started rebuilding that team?
It was, gosh, it was a long time. I didn't get nobody.
Because when we met, how long ago did we meet?
Man, and we met. I think you guys were only like a few months into your guys' platform. And,
Yeah.
I was in the middle of getting ready to do season 2. That's when we met. It was
When we met,
long time
were
ago.
you? It was just you at that time, no?
Yeah, it was still me.
You and your girlfriend, I think.
Yeah, my girlfriend was helping me. Yeah,
right.
But it was just me doing everything right now.
Doing everything. Yeah.
At that point, yeah.
At that point.
Yeah.
And then, so what happened after? Like, what happened then?
So I kept having this conversation with everybody. Like DJ at the time, before he became our manager, DJ was working at a different facility. He was still trying to figure out his life and having trouble.
DJ?
Yeah, DJ.
Have I met him?
He's my co-host.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hootie?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And he had always like motivated me of like, bro, like I love seeing what you do and you're still pushing, you're still going, like don't stop. He was the one that would encourage me when there was times where I was like, man, I think I should pump the brakes. Maybe I should come back to it later. Maybe I should find another co-host. That was another thing, another challenge. It was like, do I find a replacement? But I was just like, no, like I created Broke Boyz, the entity. It doesn't necessarily need to be 2 people. So I was like, nah, like I'm gonna continue doing it on myself and I'm gonna just enjoy my time. So then I started, having friends, family, local rappers, artists, come on and little by little people were like, they were understanding the vision and they saw that I was so dedicated that I wasn't giving up. And they were like, oh, keep going. Like they kept encouraging me. They kept telling me to go. Then I created the Rich Girls segment on my.
I saw that. Yeah, that was dope. Yeah.
Because my sister always wanted to get on, but she was just so nervous. And then I've had her on for like a few things for like Thanksgiving. I think the last Thanksgiving special that I had, and she was just like nervous, and she was like, "Why'd you make me sound like that?" And I was just like, "Dude, that's how you sound like. What do you mean?" Like, but she was just like excited, and my cousin JoJo, she was amazing too. She's funny as hell, and she was like, "Oh, like let's do it. Let's just do it." They kept talking about it. We would hang out, and they were like, "We need to have our own podcast." And I was just like, "Well, if you guys want to, like, let's make a segment for just the girls, because at the time I had a lot of a female fan base or support base. So I was just like, let's give them a show, right?" The first episode, it blew up insane in the UK. Like,
What? Really?
I was like, whoa, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, okay. And then I sent them the screenshot of like the chart on the map. And I was just like, you guys are trending right now in the UK. And they were like, what the fuck? That's crazy. And they're just so happy. And again, I just had so much joy of like, wow, like I don't necessarily have to stick with just it being me. It's an entity. I can do with whatever I want with it. So then I was like, okay, let's just go with the flow. And little by little, opportunities started showing up, and meeting up with Kesey and Blair the captain and the JSP. Like those were amazing people to meet up with, and they had connections with other people. And then they were like, "Hey, do this," and they were like, pushing me again to continue. And it got to a point where I was just like, you know what, we did. I did Dog Days.
How was that?
Whole series, brother.
How'd that come into play, bro? That was huge, bro. That was huge, man.
That
I was like,
huge,
bro. Yeah.
Shout out to Devin. That was Kesey right there. Kesey was friends with Devin, and Devin was trying to figure out ways to, I think, promote Dog Days at the time. And then he had told him like, oh, like I would like to be on the podcast and all that. So then we were like, okay, let's do it. And again, it was we scheduled a day to meet up with them, and we met up at the suite in Chancey Park at one of the suites. Right after work, when I got off work, DJ met me there already, and we were like, okay, let's just knock this interview out, not thinking anything of it. And the interview was great. And then after that, it was just like, Kesey was just like, we can have the whole platform out there. And I was just like, what do you mean we can have the whole platform out there? The day of the event, he was just like, yeah, like, would you be down? And I was just like, oh, fuck, like live? Like, all right, like, sign me up, fuck it. Like, I'm not going to throw away an opportunity. I was just like, yeah, let's just do it. And then Kesey was like, okay, cool. Cause he became like the creative director of Dog Days. So then I was like, all right, sure. What is it that you want us to do? Like, we were taking Kesey's lead at that point, you know?
Shout out Kesey, man.
Shout out Kesey, man. And DJ was just like, bro, this is insane. At the same time that we were meeting up with Devin that day, I ran into Baby Gas. Baby Gas has his own platform as well. I think it's Say What You Want podcast. And Bay Area dude, like big and very successful in his own way. He dabs me up. He's just like, yo, it's the Broke Boyz from Fresno. Yo, how does Baby Gas know me? Like, what the fuck? And like to dab me up, and it's like crazy. At the same time, Isaiah the comic is there, and Isaiah's just like, yo, like, what's going on? He already knows Kesey because he used to do videography for TNO, for Kesey's old rap group.
Yeah. I didn't know that about Isaiah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just like, yo, what the fuck? So then we're all in this suite just having a casual conversation, and I'm just mind blown away because I'm like, yo, like these are heavily influenced people.
Is that me?
Oh, no, it's me right here. Oh, I wonder why it played.
No.
My bad.
No, you're good. You're good.
But again, I was just so mind blown because these were just like high influence people.
Yeah.
And I was just like, whoa, like I'm nowhere near like this status. From what I thought, like I'm nowhere near to this status at all. And to be recognized and to be respected by other people was like a huge like feeling for me. So we did this interview, and then we get pitched the idea of being out there live for the event, and we reached out to a lot of the artists that were performing. Obviously, only a few of them got back to us. A few of them didn't because, people like the Chainsmokers and people like Pilo and all of them and Sage the Gemini, like I'm pretty sure they're flying in. So they're not going to have enough time, right? But the people that did respond, we were trying to navigate, trying to figure that out. And we did. And the interviews for those individual artists, loved them to death. But man, it took so much out of me because I would literally work a full shift, get off work, go to the studio, film a podcast. And again, like I don't want to be that person to film and be like, all right, guys, go on with your day. Like you sit there and you network, you sit there and you talk, you continue the conversation after you're done filming. And everybody was amazing. I loved every single one of those guys. They were incredible. It took a lot out of me. And then the week of Dog Days was the hardest week because then you had Art Hop, then you had Giddy Ups and Groove, then you had Dog Days itself, and then you had the rave. I was only able to commit to Art Hop and Dog Days because I was just like, Friday, can't do it. I'm going to be already too burnt. I got to work a double, so I can't call out. And then Sundays, I was already tapped out. I think I have a picture of when we were at Dog Days, and I think it was Adri or DJ that took a picture of me on the bleachers, and I was just like getting ready to curled up, and it was like, bro, I was gonna be 1 a.m. I was like tired. But
what an event though, man.
It was a crazy, crazy event, and I loved it. I loved the interviews. That day was very stressful, but it's crazy how everything aligns, everything works out. Because again, we weren't told where to go. We weren't told about anything, right? So Kesey's just like, we're gonna go through this back gate. We're gonna talk to the people that are here. And so we talked to them. Then they were like, okay, like you guys are partnering up. You guys are here for media. There's a parking lot right here where you guys can park for free, and you guys are close. You guys don't have to worry about it. I was like, perfect. We parked there, and then we go into the gate. We're going through the backstage, and we're getting escorted to the area we're gonna be at.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. And Kesey was just like, well, this is where we're gonna be at. What do you think? And I was just like, I think I loved it because it showcased the whole stage.
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, like sure, like let's do it. And mind you, there was 3 different stages, but I was like, let me just do the main one because we can't be jumping back and forth with all the equipment.
Yeah.
And then we wanted I guess like a more enclosed area, to not have people walking around and interrupting. Because there were sometimes, and I think I left it in some of the clips where people were literally just walking right in front of the camera and seeing like the cables and seeing like the whole setup, but people just walking
straight through there. Yeah.
And I was just, my whole thing was like, I don't want nobody to trip off a cable and then yank all the equipment, you know, off. Like, that's expensive as equipment. Like,
Yeah.
So I was like, ooh, but everything worked out fine. Everything worked out perfectly. The clips that we got were insane. Us going to the stages and seeing all them. You guys were already in VIP, right? Or you guys were?
We went up to the
suites.
To the suites, yeah. Well, we were with Sam that day, so I mean, Sam got us in everywhere.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm like, dude, we went to the what was it? The Tequila Lounge or the, what are they called? Agave Club. The Agave Club. Yeah. But we're up there chilling. But man, that day was another day I drank way too much. I just remember like I was there and Chains. I think the only artist that we saw I saw SOB from the Sweets.
Right.
And then Chainsmokers. I think that's all that I saw that day. But I just remember being like in the, like, kind of coming to, and the Chainsmokers are going, and then I look around and I'm like, holy shit, bro, there was a sea of people.
I can only imagine, man. I mean, even we were like, all right, let's wrap up the equipment, let's load up everything, and then let's just go and just enjoy the Chainsmokers performing. And I was like, cool. And it was perfect timing, because then we got a last clip before everybody kind of rushed that main stage to go there. And it was a great clip. I think it was executed perfectly. I think everything played out the way that it was supposed to. Nothing was forced. It was super hard, you know, again, meeting people right then and there and trying to make a conversation. I didn't know anything about anybody that was on there, but I had to make it work.
Yeah.
And some people were like, dude, you made that shit work like nothing. Like, you had no struggle. And I was just like, dude, I was dying inside. Like, I didn't know what the fuck to ask. Like,
it's crazy, huh? Like, especially when you're in charge of like, like a pod, it's like, damn, like you get nerves. Like like, it's like, I'm on edge sometimes before a podcast, and then it goes, and then I get like this burst of energy, and then I'm like, damn, it went really good, and it's a good feeling afterwards.
Oh yeah. Now me and DJ, we have this term of like, oh, we got, you missed the dog days high, and I was like, yeah, I do, because now it's just like, man, I'm itching for another live event and all that. But at the same time, I was like, fuck, that was so stressful to deal with, and manage and all that. But it was incredible. And again, to go back to the question that you asked me earlier about forming the team, it was after dog days when I was like so burnt out and so tired, and still having to figure out content. I was just like, you know what?
Are you still editing everything on your own?
Now I split the editing. So now I have a videographer that does it, that he can do the edits. He can do all that. Shout out to Chongo. Chongo has an amazing thing. He has a drone. We did the Adri's. I don't know if you saw Adri's episode that I did. Yeah. And we had the drone flying around as we were doing the interview. And we were able to embed some of those clips.
That's that was a great shot. I don't know. It was a dope shot the way you guys set it up, and then there was just like that purple room. That shit was dope.
We were talking about that, and I was just like, it's crazy that everything is aligning, because everything's meant to be some way. Because we were at a different parking garage, and me and DJ, we kind of got into trouble because we kept going there. When we were doing dog days, when we were doing like, showcasing Fresno and showcasing Never Trusted with Aaron and all that, like. We were cool with the security guards. They were like, hey, let us up, because there was no access to that spiral garage. So we were like, hey, can you get us some access, like, or anything like that? And they were like, no, like, we're not supposed to. And then there would be that chill security guard be like, go ahead, y'all got like 30 minutes or something. It's like, all right, perfect,
let's knock it out.
Let's knock it out.
Yeah.
And we did that. Like, I think we had like 3 episodes, and we were like, bro, we're pushing it. Like, there's no way they're gonna let us go for a 4th one. And so we had to switch to a different parking garage. And we get to that one, and it's just like, bro, everything is meant to be, because you see that just one purple room, not staged, of course, not like planned. And
that Broke Boyz purple or what?
And I was like, that's the Broke Boyz headquarters right there. But I was just like, bro, it's insane, like how things work. Like, I love that. And then one thing that I will say is I picked the color purple for Broke Boyz because everyone associates Fresno with red. Red's my favorite color. Don't get me wrong. I love red. I'm wearing red right now.
Yeah.
But I wanted Broke Boyz to be different. And I was like, you know what? I like purple and like a teal blue embedded in it. That's why Broke Boyz is like, I didn't make it red. I didn't want to make it red. I wanted it to be authentic and to be on its own.
Yeah.
It's crazy how things work.
I thought what was dope too is you guys shot that podcast at the Warner Theater.
Yeah,
man, that was sick, bro.
Yeah, to get access, shout out to Mike, shout out to Isaiah the comic as well, because Isaiah, when we were texting, we were trying to figure out like what he wanted to do, and he was like, I have a special spot. Like he was like, I'm just waiting to get this locked in, but I have a special spot. And I was like, okay, we'll see what it is, right? To me, not knowing that he literally was just like, we got the Warner Theater. We got a little bit of time. Like I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like the historic building. And we get there and we knock it out, and it was super hot in there. Like we didn't have the AC, like we couldn't have the ACs on, but it was hot in there. But a great shot. Like I made sure, like I wanted to implement 3 cameras and showcase Isaiah, showcase us, and then showcase the whole theater because it was beautiful. The whole theater is nice. It's incredible. Yeah, man,
and you guys went viral at the Fresno Fair with the whole
Mario thing,
bro. That's crazy, bro.
That was hard because
what's his name?
With the
air up there with
the air up there with Ryan
is his name.
Ryan, okay. Man, he's a great guy. I've known Ryan for a while. And again, when we were invited to go to our R&B night, it so happened that he was there. And we were like, yo, what's up, man? Like we were just having a casual conversation. And he was on stage the whole time with the whole incident that went down. Because he was there. He was there the entire day before we got there. And then, you see that clip where Mario crashes out and kicks him off stage. We were hesitant to
Were you there when that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah. You saw it happen?
So I was there with Ralph. Right next to Ralph. Me and Ralph, we were just vibing. We were just enjoying the music. We were right there by the pit. Kesey and DJ were in front of the stage. And I did the episode with Ryan where you see their angle, where DJ and Kesey are at. And again, I'm on the side. That whole thing happens and it kills the whole mood, bro.
That's what I heard. Well, I saw on like TikTok, in like a few people had posted it, and then like everybody's like, man, like after that, everybody just like kind of tuned out.
Yeah, no, definitely. There was a lot of people from the crowd that you saw go up and walk straight out. And at that point too, I see Kesey and DJ come up to me. They're like, bro, that's our cue to dip. Let's go. I was like, all right, man, like let's go. And then Ralph too. Ralph was performing at a different area because they had different stages. So he was going to perform somewhere else. And he was like, that's my cue to leave too. Everybody had the same. The atmosphere was definitely all the same. Of like that killed the mood. Let's go. Let's leave.
Yeah.
So. We just took off after that. We met with Lloyd. We met with Ryan. We met with Mia May, her family. Great people. Everybody was amazing and very humbling experience. And I'm grateful to be a part of all that. Yeah.
How is it for you interviewing artists, man?
Like
you let the nerves get to you, or like how do you deal with that?
Sometimes it just depends. Like it depends on, I guess, like how I'm feeling mentally that day. Like if I'm already anxious, then it's like I'm already getting like the nerves. I'm already getting ready to interview somebody. I'm already kind of nervous. But when I'm in my A game, when I'm in my element, I'm more of like, all right, go with the flow. And then dog days would really train me to be on the spot. Yeah. Like not being prepared for anything, not knowing who these people were, and just figuring it out, letting the ball roll. Yeah. So again, and I was around people from B95, and even them, they were like, "Yo, it's the Broke Boyz," and I was like, "How does B95 know who I am?" Yeah. So it's insane, like how crazy, I guess life is right now, right?
It's just it all comes to paying off. It's like that's where all the hard work. It's like, damn, okay, I am doing something. Something is going on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Yeah, because even. I think yesterday Mario had uploaded a clip on the Breakfast Club that he did, and he was talking shit about Ryan, and he had said, yeah, and the photographer is doing like a press tour and all that, and then I'm like talking to DJ, I was just like, bro, is he talking about us? I was like, Mario listened to my episode.
I did see that too. I was like, man, bro. Well, yeah. That guy went on a run. He's doing something else, or I think Ryan.
He's been doing his own thing, like making reels and then helping out other people. He went to Eagle Mountain, was doing the whole 559 fights and all that.
Yeah, that's dope.
Great guy, man. Love Ryan.
So what's next for Broke Boyz, man?
I have this project that I haven't told anybody because I've been waiting on everything to be confirmed. From when it gets confirmed, I will make sure that everybody knows, because I definitely want to make this a big thing, this big project that we're doing, and I want to get the community involved. So I'm gonna wait for that one and put the brakes on that one, waiting for them to confirm. Hopefully, pretty soon, within these next few days, that will be a huge announcement that I'm gonna do. Interviews. I mean, anybody that I've been invited to different places to do different interviews, and I want to do with everybody. Like, it's just hard to navigate just because of availability and time. That's the biggest thing.
The main thing.
But I promise, we're going to showcase everybody. We're going to get everybody in that deserves, the opportunity to share their story and share their life experiences. And it's a blessing to be where I'm at. It's a blessing to be here and to continue doing this and doing it for the fans and doing it for the supporters, because it's something that I've been so passionate for and so happy to have and be fortunate to be where I'm at now with it. I enjoy having these conversations. I enjoy coming out and talking to other people and talking to other people that are doing podcasting, and I want to showcase everybody like, hey, like, I'm not that type of person to be gatekeeping. I'm not that type of person to be, clout chasing or anything like that. Mm-hmm. I literally just want to extend the hand of like, hey, if you need something, if you want to talk, if you need advice, let me know. I'm pretty sure I could probably help you with something.
Yeah, no, definitely. Because one thing I've known about you ever since I met you, I'm like, bro, thank you for always showing so much love, bro. Mm-hmm. Like, that goes so far,
Yeah.
Like always, bro. Always.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Definitely. And likewise, man, you guys have been killing it, bro. Love what you guys are doing, bro. I'm so happy that you're getting the love you deserve, especially in our city now, bro.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, you deserve it, bro. For real.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I get a little emotional thinking about it sometimes, because it's like, wow, like I've waited so long, and now that it's here, it's like, wow, like, you get overstimulated with so much emotions, and it's a blessing. At the end of the day, like I said, like, it's a legacy that I'm leaving behind. Mm-hmm. If one day I'm not here no more, and my future kids or even my nieces, like, if I'm not here, they're able to see, hey, Theo was doing this. Hey, Dad was doing this back in the day. Or even to look back as I'm older and be like, wow, like I really did all that. Yeah. It's going to be there forever. Yeah. And I'm blessed to say that, Broke Boyz did a lot of things that no one else is going to be able to do for a while. Or, if somebody does it, they're going to do it way better than me. At the end of the day, I made such a huge impact. And that's a thing that I've, talked about so much, is my purpose is to be an impact in this world. Mm-hmm. I made such a huge impact that other people are implementing the same things that I've already done.
Yeah. It's all about laying that foundation, right? That road.
Yes, exactly. So I can say that, hey, we were the first podcast to be out there live at an event at Chinchancy, and I'm proud to say that. Mm-hmm. And I hope that, there's going to be so many other people that do the same thing, and I'm proud to see that.
Yeah.
Because I was like, damn, like Broke Boyz did that first. Like,
yeah.
Crazy. But that whole thing just got laid out for everybody else to do. Like that, I opened doors for other people that I probably didn't know I opened.
Yeah.
And it's a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Huge blessing. Well, brother, any shout outs you want to give?
I just want to shout out everybody from, Grizzly Talk family. I want to shout out the Broke Boyz family. I want to shout out everybody that's been there for me and supporting me. Huge shout out to Mike. Thank you for allowing me to be on your guys' platform. It's a pleasure. It means a lot. And thank you to everybody that's been involved in Broke Boyz. I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Man, well, pleasure having you, brother. Keep killing it, man. If you guys are not tuned in with Broke Boyz, make sure to check them out, man. Give them a follow, show them some love, and we will see you guys on the next one. Much love. We'll see you.
Much love. Peace.